Hey guys, so in this week's video, we're going to look at the Yellowbelly complex. That includes specters, asphalts. Actually, I don't have gravel in my collection. I have asphalt, not gravel, so I can't show you those. Sparks and some other types. So I have so many snakes to show in this that I'm actually going to break this up into a two-part series. So you'll get the next video probably within a few days. I don't think I'll wait a whole week, but I'll probably put it out in a few days. So anyway, I just wanted to show some of the different random juvenile Yellowbelly complex snakes combos that I have here. And then in the next video, I'm going to show adults. So first I wanted to show a Yellowbelly, just so you guys could see what a Yellowbelly looks like. And this one I don't have any hatchling Yellowbellies or juvenile Yellowbellies here. This is actually a Yellowbelly het albino. And you'll notice that the belly isn't really yellow. That's kind of a typical trait for Yellowbellies. The Yellowbelly, I think, was actually originally for the blushing on the sides tended to be a little yellow, and they've got a little bit of yellow on the sides. But they're, initially just looking at it, it looks pretty much like a normal. And, 15, 20 years ago, these were just considered kind of fancy normals. And then it was later discovered that breeding two Yellowbellies together can give you something much, much different than this. This one right here is a Pastel Ivory. So Yellowbelly times Yellowbelly equals Ivory. Obviously much different than a regular Yellowbelly. They're a white snake. Some of them are brighter white than others. The thing that makes them different from like a blue-eyed leucistic or a black-eyed leucistic, other than the eye color, of course, is the fact that they do have typically some pattern running down their back. Normally it's a little bit more striped than this. Like most ivories have just a thin yellow stripe running down the back, maybe with a little bit of purples along close to the tail. This is a pastel version, so things are a little bit more washed out. The head especially is very light and washed out compared to a normal ivory. I actually don't think I have any normal ivories here to show you. I do have a subadult that I'm going to be showing in the next video, though. So this is an ivory, or pastel ivory. So then, I've just got some random different juveniles that I held back from this complex. So we're going to just go through and take a look at all those. This one is an asphalt crossed with a specter. So specters, asphalts, gravels, sparks, all of those from that complex all look really similar, and they're fairly difficult to tell apart. Yellowbellies, gravels, and asphalts are virtually identical. As far as I can tell, there's no guaranteed way to tell them apart. So sometimes it's kind of a gamble breeding them to each other because you won't know what all the babies are. But anyway, the specter and asphalt combination produces a very heavily patterned snake compared to most of the other supers or act like supers in this complex. Okay, this one right here is a Pastel Enchi Superstripe. A Superstripe is a specter Yellowbelly. So if you breed a specter to a Yellowbelly, you get a Superstripe. And with this one, it has Pastel and Enchi added into it as well. And again, it's a fairly heavily patterned animal. A pretty typical nice Enchi head. And of course, it's doing what ball pythons do. Okay, the next one I have here, this guy is a Pastel Freeway. So a Freeway is an asphalt Yellowbelly combo. And this one has pastel in it as well. And I'm going to show an adult female of these in the next video. you'll see how well they hold their color and their pattern. As far as like something that's fairly affordable for people that are going to really stay looking great as adults, any of the supers in the Yellowbelly complex are generally a really good way to go. And there's the phone. Okay, so that is a Pastel Freeway. Okay, the next one I want to show here, this is a Pastel Banana Superstripe. So Pastel Banana Spectre Yellowbelly. So the pastel in this kind of washes it all out a bit, so they're not, super bright and intense colors, really nice, light yellows. Pretty nice looking snake. Okay, so now if you take a Freeway and add Enchi to it, you get this. This is called a Mardi Gras. And that was a holdback from 2021. He's been eating fantastic, and he's just about ready to breed now. He'll be breeding this upcoming season. Everything from this complex are things that I want to produce in fairly decent numbers because they're really popular. Obviously, they're gorgeous, and they sell really well, and they're fairly affordable too. Mardi Gras are somewhere probably right around the $1,000 range, give or take a couple $100s either way. But that's not too bad for a really spectacular looking snake that's not going to completely break the bank. Okay, the next one here, this is what you get when you add pastel to that one. This is a Pastel Mardi Gras. So Pastel, Enchi, Asphalt, and Yellowbelly. Well, they're not cooperating the best today. But yeah, just adding pastel changes that to that. And the pattern is different in each one a little bit. This one's got a more typical Freeway pattern running down the back. This one's got a little bit more broken pattern. But I actually have a couple of breeders of these, breeder males and females of both of these, and I'll just be adding these into the breeding rotation so I can hopefully produce more of them. Okay, and then this is an Orange Dream Fire Freeway. And it's got a bunch of ringers on it. And then I have some siblings to that one here. This, I believe, is a Firefly Freeway. And then this one is either the same thing, or this could be an Orange Dream Pastel Freeway. These all have they're all Pastel Freeways, and then they could have either Orange Dream or Fire in them, or I guess or Fire in them. So I'm not 100% sure. First time I've ever hatched these, so I don't really know for sure which one has Fire versus Orange Dream, or if they both have both, or I'm not really positive of this yet. So be interesting to breed these at some point and see what comes out. So all three of these came out of one clutch. Okay, and then this one is a Hidden Gene Woma Parkway. So Hidden Gene Woma, Asphalt Yellowbelly. I'm sorry, Asphalt Inspector. Confusing myself here. So I really like the way that one turned out too. It's very, very different. Just from adding that hidden gene woman there, it looks very different. Sorry, I'm not as organized as I thought I was going to be for this video. I'm running around digging snakes out of tubs here. And then this is a hidden genome freeway. So this one's Parkway, this one's Freeway. This one just got out of the water bowl. It's a pretty different look considering there's two genes in common and just one gene that's different. Okay, I'm going to take this one away. Okay, then the next one that I have here, this is what you get when you add leopard into this complex. You get a really heavily pattern with lots of blacks in it. This is a leopard, either a Superstripe or a Super Spectre. So leopard and then 2 counts of Spectre, or leopard and 1 Yellowbelly gene, 1 Spectre gene. Super Stripes and Super Spectres are very, very similar to each other. So sometimes I'm not 100% sure which one's which when they first come out. And I have an adult breeder of these two. Okay, and then last but not least, it's probably my favorite. This, I believe, is a banana Mardi Gras. So it was very orange and white as a hatchling. The white kind of filled in with some color in here. All of the real light color in the snake was pure white when it was a baby. So it was just orange and white with a yellow broken stripe down the back. But this is definitely one of my favorites from 2021 for this entire complex. And really looking forward to seeing how she grows up. And I should be able to produce a few more of these this year. Okay, so that's it for the juveniles. Obviously, there's a lot more different morphs in this complex that I could produce. You know, this is just what I happen to have here. These are holdbacks. Most of the, well, almost all of these are holdbacks. Most of the other ones that I've produced throughout 2021 sold already. So as I produce new combos with this, I'll definitely show those up as well. This year, I'm hoping to hit on Superstripe Pieds and Clowns, and let's see, Freeway Pieds and Clowns, and also Mardi Gras Pieds and Clowns too. So all kinds of really cool stuff. I'm really excited to hit those recessive genes into these projects. So lots of really cool stuff to come. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe, please. And also check out my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com. Please sign up for our newsletter. We may or may not be having a sale going on right now for newsletter subscribers only. So definitely subscribe to that. And I'll be back again with part 2 of this, showing some adult examples of some of these combos from the Yellowbelly complex. I'll see you guys soon.